Alrighty, look at this. It's almost, well, the switch is finished. Now I'm just going to put in the tone cap. I took out the 47. I'm putting in a 33. You see the size of this thing physically? See that? 33 microfarads. I don't know, it's about 10 volts. I mean, that's as big as you need. See these guys putting these big orange drops, 600 volts. They're massive like that inside their guitars. I'm thinking, really? There's not enough electrical signal in these things to electrocute a mosquito. Capacitors do not have to be that big. Alright, capacitor in place. Love how these feel. Alrighty, time to do the... One of these days I'm going to think about maybe doing that reverse thing, you know, where you put the pots on this side. I've always thought of it after I've put one together, and you just can't switch it around because you've got to reverse the position of these pots as well. So that's going to go where it normally goes. Let's put all these wires up over there. Soldering aid tool. Pull this into focus. I'm probably not going to film all of this, but we're just going to start it off like this. So, we know all the blacks have to go to a common ground, which will be the back of the pot in this particular case. And the neck, well, the neck input, they say, has to go up here. I put this jumper in. It goes over the top. And it goes through this loop, so I'll put a little piece of insulation in the middle here so it can't touch. And then just and solder it. And solder it, and then the end of it goes to the volume control. Easy peasy. Okay, so the neck is the white one on this one. You know, I'm gonna get a couple of tie wraps to hold these loops in place. Alrighty, tie wraps accomplished. Ouch. I wear gloves because I don't want to get fingerprint oils all over everything. I wash my hands and stuff, but you know, your body just keeps making it. Alright, so this one has to go there. I'm just going to tin that plug. And the other one goes here, right? Yep. And that is fully wired. Now, looking at it, looks like a mess or a spaghetti mess, but it's not bad at all. Not pushing on the cap, am I? Nope, there we go. And it's in. Alright. I need to go and try a tap test. Good news, everything works as advertised. So, I did prepare a treble bleed circuit. I haven't put it in. I'm going to try it without, and then if I think it needs it, I will open it up again and put it in later. Let's make it look a little bit like a guitar. Beauty. Where do we go from here? Well, I guess it's going to have to be some neck. We're going to have to mount the neck. So I've got the nut in, and we're gonna see if it's gonna work. I'm thinking the nut looks a little bit low on the treble side. Maybe it's just an optical illusion. I may have to shim it up. I was hoping for it not to be a top loader, but as it ends up, turned out to still be a top loader. As I didn't want to muck it up too badly. On the low E, I'm going to go around once, back through the hole, again, pull that tight, bring it around, underneath, over the top for a kink. Where is it at? There it is. And it's going to go underneath that. It is not touching the wood. This nut is also not calibrated for the slant on the back yet. But it is definitely all on the wood. Okay, I'm going to do some investigating and we'll make a decision. Alright, so I did have to shim up the nut on the treble side. I did have to adjust the slots a little bit. It's in and besides that, it's in a condition right now where the truss rod is close. I'm letting the string stretch, I'm letting the neck stabilize for a little bit, and I'll be back to check it. Alright, a measure of success. Everything has been intonated. Let me just check on the truss rod one more time. I left it overnight to see what it needed. It's going to need a tiny little touch more here. I'll just put my hand in there so I can feel it. Because you can actually feel the neck move. Alright. I put 10 strings on this, which is helping with the back bow, natural back bow of the neck. There's still plenty of adjustment on the truss rod with the tension of these strings to make it straight playable. The acoustics on this thing is really quite bright. Plenty of acoustic. Alright, let me just check again. We're getting close to plugging it in to the amp time. I did set my pickups, didn't I? I thought I did yesterday. Yeah. Let me just check the action height again. I thought I could probably go down a little bit on some of these. 1, 2, 3. It's just right on the 4. That one's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So this one, how's the, got my, I think all of the, oh yeah, the D and the G might benefit from a little bit of lowering at the nut, but it's really, really, really close. So the nut is a nice new bone. It's looking pretty good. There are some swirls still on this in the finish, which I couldn't get all of them out. Most of the guitars I've gotten recently have had some really clear finishes, and black is probably the one which you'd have the most issue with, but there are still some tiny little swirls in the finish, and they're all in this direction, like it might have been sanded like that underneath somehow. I don't know. Okay, it is time to walk it around the green screen and take it over to the big amp. Cable. Height. Stool. Okay. Computer. Okay, where are we? 65 Deluxe Reverb. It's right there. It's the one I use most of the time. Okay, well, all of the time for this kind of testing. So this is the Bridge Wilkinson low Gauss ceramic pickups, 7 point something. I'll show it. And the neck is also 7 point something. I'll show it. That's a little bit more than what came in here. Now if you back it off just a little bit, get that little bit of extra warmness. Full up. Let's go to the neck. Oh. Well, I'm happy. I like the sound of that one. The other one sounded a little too dark, mutish, muddish. This is everything clean. We should get a drop now in the middle. Yeah. the middle, it adds that little bit of warmness, takes that little bit of shrilly end off the treble. And the tone is a 33. Now, as you can see, a 33 is perfect for a guitar. So I think it turned out pretty good in the end. I wished I would have been able to go with the string throughs, but yeah, too risky with this very brittle surface that's on it. I found how brittle it was with the pieces that were left off on the drips on the inside of the pickup cavity. Overdrive. Get your fingers in the right place. The neck feels nice for bar chords. The action is right there, and sometimes I like it maybe a millimeter or a little bit more, and I just might give it another little touch afterwards. And gonna wait for it fully to adjust to the last tweak that I gave it. Not a buzz. Anywhere. Not a buzz anywhere. We got it. And the edges now. Wow. Compared to the shredder system that it came in. Wow. I had to file every end and also smooth it off with my 400 grit sandpaper to take them down. Wow. Really nice. So now it's more of a Licks 2-Bike Mic Pro as opposed to a Licks Not Pro, the way I got it. Let's put on some reverb and put on some delay at the same time. There she goes. Well, that's it. That's what she does with all the basic stuff. Pretty much you can do anything you want with it. An addendum to this video in that I got the idea maybe I should try a 250 here for the volume, and it helps a lot with that really high shrill. Now it sounds like my ear likes it. Middle, neck, a little warmer now. going to leave the 250 in it.